Alright, what is up guys? Good Banana here, and today I'm just going to be making this little short video kind of explaining how I get my, I don't want to say money, but I guess the different currencies in the game. This is how I get them. Now I'm going to show the best ways to get Flux for people who don't use Patron, and then I'm going to show my way, which I have Patron, because it makes it a lot easier. I understand that some people don't have jobs, some people may not make enough in that job or something like that, but Patron, I only pay for the 15-day one because 15 days is pretty much 2 weeks, and I get paid bi-weekly, so I get paid every 2 weeks, and $10 out of my paycheck is not a lot. If you go to the store, you can easily just go down and buy 750 credits. 2 of those is 1,500, and it's $10, $5, $10, and Patron for 15 days is only 1,300. So eventually you can save up enough credits because you'll end up with a 200 credit difference. Eventually you could save up to where you can get Patron for 2 weeks for free one time, and then you start doing it again, and pretty much you're getting Patron constantly. If you have a job where $10 out of your paycheck, if you get paid bi-weekly, is not a lot of money. If you get paid weekly, it'll be $5 every paycheck. If it's not too much for you, then this is a very good way to get the things that you need in the game without spending a bunch of Flux, and then you run out of Flux and stuff like that. So I'll explain that in the second part, but for this part, or for the beginning, I'm going to explain the best way to do it if you do not have Patron. So if you don't have Patron, one of the things that you don't have to learn it this way, because there is easier ways to where you can just kind of use the marketplace. You can kind of look at the marketplace and watch it, but if you look in the marketplace, the things that you want to kind of sell would be things like shapestone, mushroom chunks, or the robotic salvage. Things like that are the things you want to sell, but you don't want to sell them like this. This is actually pretty good. This 150 for 300 Flux. This one's actually a pretty good starting point. What you want to do is you want to sell these things for about 100 each, because a lot of people actually don't have this much Flux to just buy this much shapestone. So around this is actually pretty good for a lot of people, because there's people who are just starting and they're like, oh, I need shapestone. So they look on the market and they only have 500 Flux. So they would be more likely to buy this instead of buying this, because they wouldn't be able to buy it. And this works for all of those: shapestone, mushroom chunks, robotic salvage, all of those things. You want to kind of sell it 100 by 100. Yes, it's going to be tedious, but because of how often it gets bought, how often it gets bought, is actually pretty good. You pretty much make, for this example, I've sold shapestone for about 100 Flux, or not 100 Flux, but 100 shapestone for about, I think I sold it for 300 at one point, where I was just selling it 300. I was making about 300 Flux every minute. So if you put that into an hour, that's, what is that, 1,800 Flux an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot at first, but it really starts to add up. And that's only in the beginning. Eventually, when you start selling all of these other items, like the mushroom chunks, robotic salvage is pretty popular. When you start selling things like that, you can kind of up the price to where it's not higher than other, I guess, competitors, other people who are selling the same material as you. It won't be as high as them, so people will still be more likely to buy yours because it's lower. And that's probably the best way to do it. Now, for people who have Patron, when you have Patron, you get, let me show you guys. For Patron, you get right here, daily chaos chests. You get 4 chaos chests every day. And honestly, if you just save up those chaos chests and don't open them, I mean, you can open them if you want to. You may get some things that you will be able to sell on the market, like maybe one of the mounts, I don't know, the what is it called? There's the white spider. I think it's bone weaver or something like that. You may get one of those. You can get a lot of mounts in the chaos chest, but you have to get lucky to do that. So it's actually a surefire way to just save them, and you can actually use them in the marketplace. I didn't realize this at first, but you can actually change this to different types of currency. I know people aren't going to be selling or using pentas for currency, so you don't have to worry about that. Eyes of Cthulhu, or Cthulhu, I don't know how they say it exactly, but I'm pretty sure people overcharge for a lot of this stuff. For something that's small that can be 300 Flux, people will try to sell it for 3,000 Eyes of Cthulhu, which is not happening. No one's gonna buy that. But the chaos chest, surprisingly, they're actually pretty cheap. So even if you want to go a Flux way or the chaos chest way, use the chaos chest to do it both ways. So like for Flux, so like this one. This is 8,000, pretty much 8,000 Flux for 8 chaos chests, which as actually that's not a lot, because when you're playing the game, when you're playing throughout the game, you won't need Flux constantly. You may need it sometimes, but by the time you need it, you know, like for me, 2 days past, I have 8 chaos chests. And there was actually like I think a little thing over here, I don't know what to call it, whether it's a sale or like a bonus, whatever, where you could actually get double the chaos chest. So people were getting 8 chaos chests a day. So it was very easy to save up chaos chests. And this is why I was saying you want to pay attention to the marketplace, because before there was a whole stack of Flux for seven chaos chests. I could easily just go on here, 7 chaos chests equals 9,999, pretty much 10k Flux. And that was like the easiest way to get Flux. That's what I would do all the time. As you can see, I have 30, but now I guess people aren't doing it as much, which means it pretty much changes. Like, it does fluctuate. You just have to really pay attention to things like that, because over time all of the amounts do change. But yeah, chaos chest is probably one of the best ways to get things that you need. So like, let me see, like a pentasol. Like a lot of people, pentasols are really popular because that's the way to get your what is it, your rating. So like these are like overpriced right now because they've gotten really popular. But these are used for getting your, this is actually really good, 3 pentasols for 39, because they used to be 14 for 1. This is like overpriced right now, but that's really good. 39, I could probably get some more chaos chests. You know, I just have to wait like 2 days. Now someone may buy it or something like that, but you never know. But yeah, chaos chests are pretty good for buying pretty much everything. And then eventually, you know, if you just want to go chaos chest, buy Flux. And then, you know, over time you get a good amount of Flux. Like every 4 cases you could pretty much get 4,000 Flux. Like that's easy. So every day you're getting 4,000 Flux like it's nothing. And then, you know, all of the other Flux that you get on top of that from just playing the game, it's a really good way to make money. And this is how I get the things that I need. Like, I think 2 videos ago I didn't even have a radiant sword. I think I had a Shadow 5, and I had a Shadow 5 for a long time. And I bought like 3 pentas for like 30 chaos chests. I like bought 3 pentas, got my radiant sword. Making the purifying dragon flames is not that hard. That's just farming, you know, the sky worlds for the radiant shards and the primordial flames, which I already had a lot of from not even using it. Just get the 15-day, 2 weeks pretty much, you know, every paycheck if you get paid bi-weekly, $5 if you get paid weekly. And just use those and just watch the market. Even for people who don't have Patron, just watch the market and make sure you sell those. Oh, they made a little walkway. Make sure you sell the materials like the robotic salvage and bleach bone and stuff like that. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Whoa. And I will see you guys in the next video.